The Valero Texas Open may be unapologetically Texan, but the edges were rougher than anyone could have expected.
Settle in as we rewind the week with the latest edition of Monday Backspin from PGA TOUR.com.
Hey everyone, I'm Amanda Balionis. Well, the week in San Antonio was full of surprises between Kevin Na's now famous 16 strokes on the par 4-9 to the 30-mile-an-hour winds that caused 600 bogeys in round two. There was no shortage of perseverance from the players. 28-year-old Brendan Steele, who held the lead going into the final round of the Valero Texas Open, showed no signs that he was a rookie. The California native had 2 birdies and a bogey on the front 9, but kept his scorecard clean on the back. Hanging right there with Steele was another rookie, Kevin Chappell. Chappell remained bogey-free with a share of the lead until the 17th hole, where the UCLA alum just couldn't convert, marking his first square on the card all day and ending the day tied for second at 7 under with Charlie Hoffman. Aside from our new rookie leader, Kevin Na was a big story with his 16 strokes on the 9th hole in round 2 of the tournament. Na was mic'd up during the disastrous 9th hole. He lost his composure after hitting into the woods, but then he kept his cool after putting up the highest record par 4 score in the history of the PGA Tour.
I have no idea what you have.
I don't know. How are we going to count all the shots?
I have no idea.
I can't keep track.
You know what? I'm pretty proud of myself, the way I handled the situation. And after that, I shot 3 under in the back 9, so I did well. When I was in the trees, I wish I hit 7-iron instead of 8-iron. I think I would have got under the trees and maybe got out of there.
Na wasn't the only one struggling in round 2. With 30-mile-per-hour gusts, players could barely control their shots or gauge their putts. The 600 bogeys in round 2 was 150 more than there were in the opening round, when wind was a non-factor. There was also at least 1 double bogey on each of the 18 holes at the TPC San Antonio course. Regardless of if Mother Nature wanted to cooperate or not, the Valero Texas Open fulfilled their goal tenfold with their charitable earnings. $9 million was raised in 2011, putting the total over the past 10 years at $67 million that all went to children's charities. This is the most money raised for charity out of all of the PGA Tour tournaments. For more on what it truly means to be unapologetically Texan and to play with true class, let's throw it out to Fred Albers for the last time in San Antonio, Texas, for a recap on the week.
Oh, Amanda, unfortunately, it's time to say goodbye to the Hill Country. We've had a fabulous week in San Antonio. You know, the theme for this entire week was unapologetically Texan, and that was evident as soon as the players arrived on site at TPC San Antonio. The courtesy cars for the tournament, not just any courtesy car. Every player received a Ford F-150. Everyone was driving pickup trucks. Unapologetically Texan. Great hospitality, as always, in the Lone Star State. But I think that we might be remembering at the end of the year 1 player and 1 hole. Now, we had a great tournament, certainly a great champion, but let's talk about Kevin Na for a moment. It's Thursday afternoon, the opening round of the tournament, and Kevin Na records a 16. A 16 on the par 4 9th. Essentially, his tournament was over at that point. He could have done any number of things. He could have withdrawn from the tournament. He could have thrown a club. He could have made an excuse. He could have blamed his caddy. Maybe he had an injury. He did none of those. He completed that round, actually played fairly well, and completed the round on Friday. Completed 36 holes, did not make the cut. But I think that history just may remember Kevin Na's 16 and the classy way he handled a very unfortunate situation. It's time to move on. We head to the Heritage. That's Hilton Head, South Carolina, this Thursday. Our broadcast on the PGA Tour Network, Sirius 209 and XM 146, begins at noon on Thursday. Amanda?
Thanks, Fred. There certainly was a lot to see and talk about in San Antonio. But looking forward to the Heritage, in addition to Sirius XM coverage, you can catch opening round action on Thursday on the Golf Channel from 3 to 6 p.m. Eastern. And as always, you know you can keep it right here, where we'll keep you updated with breaking news, footage, and highlights only at PGA Tour.com.